Shalom, shalom, shalom. Barakatah to Father Yahweh, the Father of lights. Peace and blessings to Yahweh Shai. Peace and power to the throne of King David, and peace and blessings to you out there. I was looking at some more of these videos. Trump doing it, y'all. He's deporting the Northern Kingdom, man, left and right. They even parking at schools now. They got them, ICE agents can't go inside the school, so they got cars lined up, catching the parents when they turn in. And when they let their kids out, they grab their kids up so that their parents have to come back and get them. All right? And then when they get them, they deport them as a family. I mean, they being ice cold. But I think what's really getting me is the Northern Kingdom's response to it and who they're trying to get on right now, if y'all haven't heard. You know what they're saying? Well, where are the blacks? Where's the black community? Why aren't they helping us? You know what? I'm going to say this as clean as I can. Throughout my life and growing up where I grew up, we got a lot of Hispanics. It's just what it is. That's why it's called the City of Angels, the City of Los Angeles. That's what Los Angeles means. Los Angeles, the City of Los Angeles. And who's down there mostly? You got the darkies, the niggas, like us. You got Judah. And then you got a lot of Issachar, mainly because of the border, okay? So, we're kind of interlinked. But growing up, in Los Angeles, there was really no camaraderie like that. I mean, as far as one-on-one, I've had some real cool Mexican homeboys, man. All right, I've had a few of them, man. They were cool, they were real, but that's on a small scale, a very small scale. One here or one there like that. But it was never a big-ass group. And even with those cool essays that you was cool with, all right, they either had somebody in their family or their neighbor or something talking shit, man. Like, why you deal with him? Why you deal with that piche mayate? See, the Northern Kingdom is getting ready to get broke the fuck down. Now, I put that disclaimer out there because there are, like I say, some so-called Latinos, man, that they was just cool, man. They was just different. But on a collective scale, they racist as fuck, man. Don't get on a job with them. Don't get on a job. All right? They will band together. All they got to do is get one in there. He going to work hard. Going to kiss the boss's ass. He going to get his cousin in there. Then his brother. Then his auntie. And before you know it, they done took over the whole goddamn wing and can't nobody else get in. You come down here and look. Look in the restaurants. You'll see, even like brothers that got like restaurants, the few that can make it. I don't give a fuck if it's Moab. Who back there cooking? It's Northern Kingdom. Shit, I didn't see Northern Kingdom put me to shame making some grits. Okay? They can cook anything. They can cook soul food, all that. Okay? But you look in their restaurants, you won't see no niggas in there. They are totally for themselves. And I ain't lying. If you Latino or whatever, hey, prove me wrong. You can't. I grew up in it. I know how y'all get down collectively. All right? I know how y'all get down collectively. Down here, one of the biggest thing they had was, you know, back when he was alive and hot, man. Shit, you saw fucking Northern Kingdom sporting Kobe jerseys, you know, beast mode jerseys, Lynch from the Raiders, whatever, man. That's all you saw. And then we ain't gonna talk about the Dodgers. I ain't never seen a Latino down here, a Mexican, sport anything but LA. They LA like hounds. They got the jersey, they got the damn hat, they got everything. I mean, if you were Angelino like me, you know, growing up, that's the only thing you could take pride in was your city. So when the Lakers would go to the championship and win, that was the only pride we had. You know? That's why we hate Boston so much. They was the only ones ahead of us, man. You know? Larry Bird and all them, man. We hated fucking Celtics, man. But it was all in fun, you know. But yeah, what I noticed was they could wear the jersey, they could root for Kobe, they could root for Bo Jackson, they could root for all of these black players and still hate niggas like me, you know. And even in their own race, if they was darker, they got chastised when they own people. They wanted you to be damn near white, man. So they're very racist people, man. And the reason this is happening, the Most High is finna break these motherfuckers down, man. See? Let me get a precept. This is Zechariah chapter 12. Verse 7. The Lord also shall save the tents of Judah first, that the glory of the house of David and the glory of the inhabitants of Jerusalem do not magnify themselves against Judah. Now, when it says the glory of the inhabitants of Jerusalem, that's the outer courts, their inhabitants still. All that's going to be our land. All right? Colorado and everything outside, that's going to be New Jerusalem. That's going to be us. And they're going to inhabit that land, right? You're going to inhabit that land. And it says that the glory of the house of David and the inhabitants of Jerusalem do not magnify themselves against Judah. And that's what they've been doing. They've been magnifying themselves against us. So now, when the chips is down, they getting their heads bashed in. Well, no, not even yet. It's going to get to that. But see, these are the beginning stages. This is what's happening to the Northern Kingdom. See, they getting humbled all this time. A lot of them thought they was the goddamn white man. See? They would never click up with brothers on the job or anything, man, or help us, you know, get in and none of that, man. You know, they see you coming in, it's like, no, we're not hiring, no. It's like they had an intense hatred for us. But see, now, you motherfuckers starting to see what it feel like. Starting to see what it feel like. And see, it's going to get worse. It's going to get worse. The party just getting started for y'all, man. Because you need this. See? Now, we supposed to be brothers and all that. You know, even the wars, man. I mean, man, Northern Kingdom been cold towards Judah, man. I don't give a damn if it's sports, the drug game, whatever. Even in the drug game, man, you know, who's always the plug and who's always the buyer? Judah is always the buyer, all right? They ain't got no black plugs nowhere, all right? Even in the underworld, even in the criminal underworld, they couldn't, you know, get no love. They got families, man. That's what these cartels is all about. They house everything for themselves. Yeah, they'll put a couple of niggas on payroll if he's a good enforcer or something like that. They'll pay him, but don't ever think you part of the family. See? Same way the mafia is, you know what I mean? Yeah, you good, man. You're good. You're good. But don't ever think you're part of the family or we'll make you disappear. See, they on that shit. And now this white man is on them. See, now do y'all know why? You don't know why this white man is on them? Because it's their time. Because Judah's time is up. Now, is it going to be some Judites that get caught up in this? Absolutely. Absolutely. But it's only going to be the one. See, it's only going to be the ones that miss their opportunity. This is your opportunity right now. And how many Judites is out there? You see how many in here? It's not a lot. Because this all goes back to when Yahushua was here, man. It all goes back to that. See, when Yahushua was here and he was preaching to Judah, because he's not Judah's God, he's their brother, right? Because the big brother came down and he tried to tell Judah, look, it's me, believe in me. And he said, my father coming. And if you listen to me, I'm going to allow you to hear his voice when he come, and then you can get saved. Well, none of you, a lot of them out there didn't do that. Some of them did it, but they were skeptics, you know? So whatever you put in that lifetime, all right? Whatever you put in that lifetime is what you got now. And it's why your spirit is the way it is. This is why some of y'all fell off, because you fell off back then. All right? I've talked to so many of y'all in here with the same story. A lot of times, they just volunteer it. And y'all all say the same thing. You know what I say? It was something about your voice. Now, it ain't my voice audibly that attracted you here. What attracted you here was what was being said and the way it was being said. It sounded familiar to your spirit. See, y'all were there when Yahushua was speaking, man, and y'all heard him. And when you died, your flesh, your brain, your understanding, everything that you knew, it went into the dirt, but your spirit went back to the Most High. And during this day and time, because he saved you back then, he sent your spirit back into this world in a new body with a new brain, all right? New experiences, all right? Back then, wasn't no cars or trains or refrigerators. He put you in the 21st century, right? And then now his voice is here again. Now, no, I don't know if Yahushua had the same tone my voice had on, but all I do know is Yahushua spoke Aramaic, right? He spoke Hebrew. And what you heard in Hebrew translates to what you hear in English now. It's the same message. And because you understand it, your spirit feels it. And it attracts you to me. But there's only one thing that could do that, right? You have to be one of those people. Now, what about the ones that heard it and fell off? Well, they heard it, but they really didn't have any faith, and their faith got choked out, and then they fell off, the way some of y'all are. Some of y'all will never leave here. You'll never leave. You'll never leave me, no matter what. Some of y'all, you can listen for a little while and then fall off, because that's what you did. All right? Let me get a precept. This is St. John chapter 10. I'm going to start reading at verse 2. You know what? I'll start at verse 1. St. John chapter 10, verse 1. Verily, verily, I say unto you, he that entereth not by the door into the sheepfold, but climbeth up some other way, the same is a thief and a robber. See? But he that entereth in by the door is the shepherd of the sheep. To him the porter openeth, and the sheep hear his voice, and he calleth his own sheep by name, and leadeth them out. Right? Let me read the New Living Translation. I tell you the truth, anyone who sneaks over the wall of the sheepfold rather than going through the gate must surely be a thief and a robber. But the one who enters through the gate is the shepherd of the sheep. The gatekeeper opens the gate for him, and the sheep recognize his voice and come to him. He calls his own sheep by name and leads them out. Verse 4. And when he has put forth his own sheep, he goeth before them, and the sheep follow him, for they know his voice. Now, that's important, right? They know his voice. That's why some of you here, you know, you hear, you've been here for years, you never went anywhere, all right? And that's important, because look at the next part. Look at verse 5. And a stranger will they not follow, but will flee from him, for they know not the voice of strangers. This parable Yahushua spake Yahushua unto them, but they understood not what things they were which he spake. Verse 7. Then said Yahushua unto them again, Verily, verily, I say unto you, I am the door of the sheep. All that ever came before me are thieves and robbers, but the sheep did not hear them. Verse 9. I am the door. By me, if any man enter in, he shall be saved and shall go in and out and find pasture. Okay? So, he said that he is the door of the sheep. All right? Now, y'all hear what he said? That's a parable. Now, if you understand that he's the door, right? You following me? John 10 and 2. But he that entereth in by the door is the shepherd of the sheep. Who entered in the door? I did. The door is what? The law, liberty, everything that Yahushua taught. He was the door. But who's teaching it now? Name anybody else on this planet that's teaching the law of liberty, especially to the capacity that I have for these years that I got under my belt doing it. Ain't nobody else. So I got to be the shepherd. And because I'm the shepherd, you hear my voice and you follow me. And a stranger you will not follow. Yeah, some of you might have ventured off a little bit and heard this or that and heard a message from here and there, like, that don't sound like what I've been getting, man. No, I'm finna get him off of my phone. I don't want to hear him. You have to come home, man, because it's the only place you're going to get it. See? Some of y'all, you did do that. Some of y'all did stray away. Some of y'all did start listening to others. You started listening to the thieves and the robbers. Okay? You started listening to them. And eventually your spirit linked onto them. And then the truth that I give you, it doesn't sound like the truth anymore. So I start to sound alien, right? And then because of that, you've detached yourself. See? That means you never belonged anyway. You know? It's all in the voices. How many of y'all got kids out there? Or, you know, if you had a child in a room full of 100 other kids and the building is on fire and all them kids are screaming in there, do you know? Now, this is only for the parents that love their kids. If you love, if you got a baby girl or a baby boy, man, and they screaming, "Daddy, Daddy," you gonna be able to hear your child's voice out of all those other voices. And you will rush in there, fire and all, to save your child. You know what? If you got a father or mama, grandmama, and she's in there, and it's dark, it's smoky, and you hear your grandmama calling for you, you gonna get in there and you gonna find her just from her hollering and screaming over all them people. You will hear her and it will lead you to her. Well, see, it's a lot of voices out here. You got the camps, you got the Pharisees, you got the church, you got pastors, right? Muslims, everything. And there's a lot of voices. But somehow, the small remnant of y'all are held up here. It's not by mistake. It's not by coincidence. It's by design. You hear my voice and you follow me. Now, what does that have to do with the northern kingdom? Well, Yahushua never talked to the northern kingdom. Okay? He sent Paul to do that. And when the northern kingdom really starts getting that persecution like they're going to get, they're going to hear the voice of Paul through the two witnesses that are coming. All right? That's when they're going to wake up. Now, as oddly as it is, we got a few scattered northern kingdom through here. And hey, come on, man, we ain't tripping. But, you know, either y'all were the ones that sat with Yahushua when he went to Samaria. Remember, he said, left the disciples back and said, don't follow me. He met the woman at the well. Some of y'all might be them. I'm pretty much guaranteeing it, because if you talk to Yahushua personally, that have to be y'all. Because you heard him. That's what drew you to me. But the other northern kingdom, they're not drawn to me. They're going to be drawn to the two witnesses that are there for them through the Apostle Paul. But you northern kingdom that are in here die hard, getting flack and shit from your family members from listening to that black ass nigger, that black ignorant nigger on YouTube, and y'all don't give a fuck. You had to have heard Yahushua. Otherwise, y'all have been just like him. But there was a small group, all right? There was a small group that Yahushua talked to. Let me see if I can get it before I run out of time. St. John chapter 4. All right, it's the woman of Samaria, chapter 7. There cometh a woman of Samaria to draw water. Yahushua saith unto her, give me drink. Oh, wait a minute, hold on. You know, let me start at verse 1. When therefore the Lord knew how the Pharisees had heard that Yahushua made and baptized more disciples than John, though Yahushua himself baptized not but his disciples, he left Judea and departed again into Galilee, and he must needs go through Samaria. Then cometh he to a city of Samaria, which is called Sychar, near the parcel of ground that Jacob gave to his son Joseph. Now Jacob's well was there. Yahushua therefore, being weary with his journey, sat thus on the well, and it was about the 6th hour. What's the 6th hour? That's noon, all right? There cometh a woman of Samaria to draw water. Yahushua said unto her, give me to drink. For his disciples were gone away unto the city to buy meat. Then saith the woman of Samaria unto him, how is it that you, being a Jew, ask asketh drink of me, which am a woman of Samaria, for the Jews have no dealings with the Samaritans. Y'all hear that? Yahushua answered and said unto her, if you knewest the gift of the power, and who it is that saith to thee, give me to drink, you would have asked him, and he would have given thee living water. See? But he never gave her the living water. He said, if you would have asked, I would have gave it to you. But he didn't. She didn't ask. The woman saith unto him, Sir, thou hast nothing to draw with, and the well is deep. From whence then hast thou that living water? She didn't understand what he was saying. He said, are you greater than our father Jacob, which gave us the well, and drank thereof himself, and his children, and his cattle? She said, her father Jacob, right? Ain't this the time of Jacob's trouble? Anyway, 13. Yahushua answered and said unto her, whosoever drinketh of this water shall thirst again. But whosoever drinketh of the water that I shall give him shall never thirst. But the water that I shall give him shall be in him a well of water springing up into everlasting life. The woman saith unto him, Sir, give me this water, that I thirst not, neither come neither to draw it. Yahushua said unto her, go call your husband and come hither. The woman answered and said, I have no husband. Yahushua said unto her, thou hast well said, you have no husband. For you have 5 husbands, and he whom you now has is not your husband, and that saddest thou truly. The woman said unto him, Sir, I perceive you are a prophet. Our fathers worshipped in this mountain, and ye say that in Jerusalem is the place where men ought to worship. Yahushua said unto her, Woman, believe me, the hour cometh when you shall neither in this mountain nor yet at Jerusalem worship the Father. Hear that? You worship, you know not what. We know what we worship, for salvation is of the Jews. So y'all got to get saved through us, Northern Kingdom. Verse 23, but the hour comes, and now is, when the true worshipper shall worship the Father in spirit and in truth. For the Father seeketh such to worship him. And this why y'all got to get broke the fuck down. Because without it, won't be no worship. The power is a spirit, and they that worship him must worship him in spirit and in truth. The woman said unto him, I know that Messiah is coming, which is called the Christ. Hamashiach. When he is come, he will tell us all things. Yahushua said unto her, I that speak unto thee am he. And upon this came his disciples, and marveled that he talked with the woman. Yet no man said, What seekest thou, or why talkest thou with her? The woman then left her water pot, and went her way into the city, and said to the men, Come, see a man which told me all things that ever I did. Is not this Hamashiach? Then they went out of the city and came unto him. In the meanwhile his disciples prayed him, saying, Master, eat. But he said unto them, I have meat to eat that ye know not of. Therefore said the disciples one to another, Have any man brought him aught to eat? Yahushua said unto them, My meat is to do the will of him that sent me, and to finish his work. Say not ye, there are yet 4 months, and then cometh harvest? Behold, I say unto you, lift up your eyes, and look on the fields, for they are white, already to harvest. And he that reapeth receiveth wages, and gathereth fruit unto life eternal, that both he that soweth and he that reapeth may rejoice together. All right? And herein is a true saying, one soweth, another reapeth. I sent you to reap that whereon ye may bestow no labor. Other men labored, and ye are entered into their labors. Verse 39, and many of the Samaritans of the city believed on him. Listen to this. And many of the Samaritans of the city believed on him for the saying of the woman, which testified, he told me all that I ever did. So when the Samaritans were come unto him, they sought him that he would tarry with them, and he abode there 2 days, and many more believed because of his word. Verse 42, and said unto the woman, Now we believe, not because of thy saying, for we have heard him ourselves. And now that this is indeed the Hamashiach, the Savior of the world. Now, did y'all hear that? When Yahushua went to preach to the Samaritans, the Samarians, They said, now we believe. And I believe that you Northern Kingdom in here, as few of you as there are, right? Because it never said how many did. Y'all are the ones that were there with Yahushua, okay? When he spoke and you heard him. And because you heard his voice, you hear mine. And that's what got you here. All praises, right? So, all we got to do is stay the course, y'all. We on cruise control, right? We on cruise control, right? It's been a long road, and you've heard many voices, but all praises that you stuck with the voice, all right? Well, all love to my Northern Kingdom that are in here, and all of my priests. Love each and every one of y'all, and my prophetesses. Love all of y'all, all right? But for your brethren out there, they finna catch pure hell, all right? And through that hell is where the rest of them are going to be awakened, all right? Well, Barakatah to the Father of Lights, peace and power to Yahushua, peace and power to the throne, and peace and blessings to you out there. I pray this message was edifying, all right? There are many voices, but y'all heard the voice, right? So, stay the course. Don't deviate to the left or right, but straight way, all right? So we can all get out of here together. I'll see y'all on the next video. This is your King and Shepherd KD, and I'm out. Shalom.